Hi everybody, Marty Rubin, and I'm back for another segment of Marty's Corner. Today is a special day. We have Hana Culbreath, who is playing the amazing, the beautiful, the captivating,
Yes, keep going.
the emphatic,
Oh,
empathetic too.
And
Emphatic too.
sure.
Show-stopping Belle
Thank
with
you
the
for having
golden voice. With the golden voice.
Golden vocals.
Yes, getting everybody in the holiday spirit with that golden voice. And
I try.
in the hit musical,
Yes,
Beauty
Beauty
and
and
the
the
Beast.
Beast.
So how exciting is this? I mean, the audiences are loving you. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Are you having a great time?
I'm having a blast. This is my first time working at this theater, and I'm safe to say I love the cast, love the crew, love everybody. It's just been a very fulfilling experience.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Well, so you sing,
Yeah.
you dance, and you're a
Strong mover.
superb actress, actor.
Thank you.
You know what that makes you? A triple threat.
All right.
Triple threat.
There we go.
All
Okay.
right. Triple. Which one of those
Thank you.
skills like came naturally to you, and what was a little harder to master?
I would say, if anybody asks me, I always say I'm an actor, singer, dancer.
Okay.
But yeah, originally, like both of my parents are musicians, so I was just raised in that kind of environment. So I would say singing was what came first.
Yes.
And then I left my public high school in California, where I grew up, to go to Interlochen Arts Academy in Michigan, and for my senior year of high school, and that's when I really, like, my acting blossomed, and I was doing Shakespeare, and I was like, wait a minute, like, this is what I need to do, and then auditioned for a bunch of colleges, and then landed in New York when I went to Manhattan School of Music, and
Wow.
the rest is history, but yeah.
So you grew up in California, you say?
Yes.
So when you were a young child, did you dream about being on Broadway, being a star on
You know
Broadway?
what? I think I always had the little bug in me. Like I would like put on little skits for my family, you know, during the holidays and stuff like that with my sister. But I was a extremely shy child. So really, I started just with flute. I played the flute,
Okay.
and I didn't really think that theater would be a thing that I would do. And then it was only later on in middle school when I was like, wait a minute, yeah, I'm gonna break out of my shell, and I want to be up there. I don't want to be in the pit. I want to be up there.
So if you could look back and tell that shy 10-year-old Hana Culbreath what it would be like to be Belle in Beauty and the Beast, like what would you tell her?
I'd say, don't worry, kid. Like, you will find yourself, and yeah, I don't know. That's such an interesting thing because I had an acting teacher, the famous Randy Graff, the original Fantine in Les Mis, and she always has this exercise where she has you envision your older self, like approaching your younger self,
Right.
like what you would say to them, the words of wisdom. And so anytime I go into an audition or have that moment before I go, I got you, to my little kids. So
That's great.
Anyway,
I like
would
that.
say I got you. Huh?
There you
No
go.
worries.
Well, I think that 10-year-old would be proud of where you are now.
Oh, absolutely.
So Hana, you know a sports reference is coming, right? As a
100%.
Marty's Corner fan, you know it's coming.
I prepared for this.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, here we go. So there is a moment in every game where the outcome's on the line and everybody feels it, okay? So I'm gonna take you back to 1986, before you were born.
Okay.
Before you were born. It's the 7th game of the World Series. The Mets are playing the Boston Red Sox.
Okay.
It's the Mets are losing 3-0. The bases are loaded, and Keith Hernandez is up.
All right.
The great Keith Hernandez. Okay.
Classic.
Yes,
Yes.
he gets a
My
clutch
favorite.
hit. Clutch hit. Was
Okay.
Keith Hernandez one of your favorites? Okay.
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, yes.
Would be a good choice though. He gets a clutch hit. The Mets go on to win the championship.
Okay.
Okay. You have a Keith Hernandez moment right here on the stage.
I do.
When you come out at the top of the steps in your beautiful gown, looking amazing, okay? Looking down at the beast who's waiting for you, you're gonna have dinner together. And then
So
maybe a
excited.
dance if it goes well.
Right.
That's right. What does it feel like for you to know that every eye in this audience is looking at you and can't wait to see what happens next?
You know, terrifying. No, I'm kidding. It's very exhilarating, and I have to say, like, there are some audiences, not all of them, but some really great audiences will actually clap for the gown, like when I come out.
They
and
do.
That just, like,
There's
really
a spontaneous reaction.
elevates the moment, and I'm like, yes, this is the recognition I deserve. No, but it feels really great. It feels magical and empowering, and yeah, as long as I don't trip and fall and die.
Knock wood, it hasn't happened
So,
yet, you know.
Knock on.
Yes. So I talk to a lot of the actors about chemistry. You know,
Yeah.
when I was, you know, talking to Leland, you know, who plays the Beast, and he said to me, "Do we bring the fire?" And I said, "You bring the fire."
You bring the fire,
two of you.
Marty?
So
Okay.
yes, you do. You do. So
Thank goodness.
what is your interpretation of chemistry? Like, if you're talking about him, how do you view chemistry?
Chemistry to me is like usually it could be a slow burn or it could be an immediate thing. With Leland, I think like he is not a super talkative guy at first, but I immediately got a very good vibe from him, and just after working with him a lot, I think that we have similar minds. Like when we were learning the dance, actually, the Beauty and the Beast waltz,
Right.
both of us would like do the steps that Deb, our choreographer, would tell us to do, but then both of us would like mess it up, and then we'd be like, okay, go back. And like just the way that we like rehearsed that, we were
Right.
both very, it was like the same brain almost.
Yes. Working together well.
Yeah, and I
Right.
just feel like that, like the repetition for us, like we both work in the same way, so that really helps influence
Yes.
how we work together, and I feel very comfortable with him. Love
And
him.
it shows on stage. You know, we had a student performance today, and we had
Yes.
a large audience with the school, and we have a question and answer after. And one of the students asked if you and Leland were dating in real life.
Oh, yeah.
So that person felt the chemistry, you know.
Yeah, I love that. I love that question.
Yes.
I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah. And then you had another question. Somebody asked you, "What else do you do besides playing?"
Yes.
You know, Belle. And you.
And I was like, reality check. I am a server at an Italian restaurant in Manhattan. But yeah, that's a very typical.
Do they know
thing
they're
to
getting
say.
served by Belle from Beauty and the Beast? I mean, you'd get a bigger tip, I would think.
I know, right? I should let them know that, yeah. But yeah, no, that's like the typical thing that I'll say. I'll be like, oh, I'm doing the typical server actor situation in New
Yes.
York City, and that it does feel very nice because, you know, 10 years ago that was my dream. And
Right,
so
right.
I'm living out that girl's dream, and it's very exciting.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, this is such a warming family show.
Yeah.
When you look out into the audience and you see little girls dressed up as Belle, what does that do for you
It
in here?
makes me want to cry. It's like so sweet, and at the very end, after bowing and everything, I'm vigorously trying to wave at every single girl that I see and get up in the balcony too.
They love you.
See up there.
They're so excited.
I love
you know?
them.
Yeah.
And this is why we do it, you know. And I'm just glad that I can represent, you know, being a POC, like being a Asian actress. It's like really nice to be able to like represent that, and little Asian girls in the audience can be like, that's me up there, you know. And that wasn't necessarily true when I was growing up. So it's just really nice. To
Well,
be
you
able
do it
to-
beautifully.
Thank you very much.
Well, I want to thank you for being on Marty's Corner.
Absolutely, Marty.
If you want to see this fantastic actress doing her thing every night and twice on Saturday,
Yes.
I mean, she is captivating. She's enchanting. She's everything you'd want in Belle, and the rest of this superb cast. Come on down to the Argyle Theater. We're playing Wednesday through Sunday, straight through to January 1st. So we can't wait to see you at the Argyle Theater.